Do you want me to talk? Does that help? I can talk forever, you know.
I know you can.
I'm good at it.
Yeah.
Just off the top of my head, I was kind of going for like a, I don't know, that kind of voice. That's the voice I'm gonna do.
I'll do Baby Dragon!
Little do they know I'm living all this. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm asking guys questions that girls are scared to ask. Okay, question 1. Do you care if girls color their hair? Like a different color than their, just any color, just the fact that it's not their natural hair color.
It can be purple for all I care.
It
could be purple for all I care.
Okay, do you care if it's natural or not? Like if it's a funky color?
No. Rainbow hair.
Cool. On the topic of hair colors, do you prefer blondes or brunettes? Or I guess any color, red, black?
Brunette.
In case, okay, I need to do a little intro of who these people are. This is my husband, and these are his brothers. So,
wow.
He's gonna be answering pretty biased.
You just brothers there. No.
They're unimportant. What do you prefer? Do you like blondes, brunettes, redheads, black, or do you like the funky colors?
Depends on the person.
I don't really care about a lot of that stuff anyway, so I'm just gonna be saying
all of his answers
doesn't
are
matter.
gonna be like anything that comes my way. I'm gonna like. So, as a first impression, do you like someone who's more outgoing, or who's on the more shy side?
Outgoing.
Yeah, because they're more approachable. Because if they're shy, you might think that they aren't interested.
It's certainly easier to talk if they're more outgoing. On most days, at least. Some days I have like my really outgoing days, and that's when I almost zero in on someone who's not really talking as much, just to get them involved in conversation and stuff.
Okay, so next question: how much does makeup on a girl matter to you?
What do you mean?
Like, do you care if a girl wears makeup? Do you care if she wears a lot of makeup?
Too much makeup is too much makeup.
Yeah, there's definitely a thing is too much.
Yeah.
What would you consider too much?
Their whole face
If you do this,
is covered in makeup.
Well, that's
and
too
your
much.
finger is a totally different color. It's a little too much.
Yeah,
Okay.
when you can see a shade difference between their neck and their face, that's
That
too
is
much.
not.
one.
That doesn't mean too much. That means they don't know how to do their makeup. That means they don't know how to color match. I mean, obviously it is still a lot, but people can have a lot of makeup and it still blends.
The only makeup I care for is the eye stuff.
Okay, so I have a good question. What would you prefer if there was one or the other? Because a lot of people who wear a lot of makeup, and a lot of times when it looks cakey, because they have to use a lot to cover like acne. Would you rather be able to see like a lot of acne on a girl, or her to wear a lot of makeup to cover it up?
I'd rather know. I mean,
That's a hard one.
it's a bit deceptive
Mhm.
in hiding everything. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me either way. So it's like, you know, I know.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a surprise later on or anything.
Yeah, so they're not hiding anything.
Like you don't want her to look like a different person when she takes her makeup off.
Yeah.
That's where it gets a little crazy when they start doing the fake eyelashes and they do all the like fancy little things that totally change their face shape. And
Like
then,
contouring.
right, and then
Well,
they
when they
take
make
it off
their
and
own
you're like,
eyes.
oh, that's not at all who I was just looking at.
Yeah. So, what is the first thing you notice on a girl?
Their
For eyes.
personality.
Okay, eyes, a lie, and what's yours?
What
I
I
mean-
mean, notice first on a girl, their face? No. Oh, man.
Honestly, I just try not to even look at people when I'm out places. I don't want to make eye contact or anything, so I'm just like straight ahead. If you're over here, I won't even acknowledge you.
Okay, well, if you see a girl out and you think she's attractive, what's the first thing that you noticed?
I mean,
Probably hair. I feel like I
Yeah,
look
hair and
to
eyes.
hair a lot and like, oh wow, she's got nice hair.
Oh my gosh, me too. I judge other people. I mean, like, I judge myself based on other people, but the first thing I look at is hair. You can see it from a farther distance than, like, eyes. for one, if you're seeing from a
Right.
distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're up close,
And
for
if
sure
they're-
it's eyes.
I mean, if you're looking
But
behind.
from a little farther away,
I mean,
it's
if you're
hair.
behind.
If you're looking
If, not
behind.
If you're looking behind. If you are behind.
Sure, you look at their hair.
I just want to say all the videos that
I
I've
look at her
watched like this,
pockets.
I never heard a guy say they look at their body, and that is a big fat lie. No one wants to admit that they look at a girl's body.
I stare straight at the butt.
You are asking. You do scan, so
Yeah.
you know it's
I
hair's
mean,
first thing
okay.
you're gonna see, and then
My thing is I try to be respectful.
Try.
So, yeah, I'm not gonna blatantly stare. So what if someone catches you too? Like, that would be awkward.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that guy.
Honestly, if a girl
That
thinks
would
a
be-
guy's disgusting because they say they look at their body, they're just oblivious. Because of course, I look at guys' bodies like that. Not anymore. but
Wait,
like
what?
looking
I look at
around,
a
you
guy's
can't not look at their body. So if there's any girl who's like, "Oh, that's disgusting," they're on their high horse and they're just lying to themselves.
I mean, part of it's clothes, you know. You'll notice
Style.
the style of clothes or something, and that, you know, it
just
in a
little
way, it kind of depends on like which way they're facing and what might catch your eye first. And that sounds bad, which is why I didn't really say it at first. It's like you might gravitate more towards face if she's facing towards you, but if she's facing away, it might be hair or clothes, or like if she's talking to someone or something, like little movements or something like that. I mean, pretty much, it's like, oh yeah, that's a girl.
I like it.
That's why you go hair first. You don't start scanning up, you scan down.
How important is personal hygiene? I'm just kidding.
Please
There.
shower.
Oh, so we found a standard.
Oh, so you won't
Has
just
to
date any
shower.
girl.
She has to breathe and she has to shower.
I'm creating too many standards.
Oh,
My
man.
bar's getting too high.
Your girlfriend's gonna look back and this be like, "Oh, I have to shower now." Didn't know that. Is it intimidating or a no-go if a girl has dated a bit more than you have?
No.
Doesn't matter to you?
It would depend on how long, like, their relationships lasted, I guess. Because if it was something that, like, they were really invested in, if it wasn't their choice, then it would depend on how many long relationships they had.
But would it
Dating
matter if
in
they were a
general
bunch
doesn't
of
really
really
matter,
short?
No.
I mean, I think there are flags to that. If there are a bunch of really short relationships,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like, well, what keeps going wrong in them? Is it just your choice of guys, or is there something that you're doing yourself that you're not maturing from?
So it shows a lot about their personality.
I think so.
True, yeah.
Because that was
Communication is key to a healthy relationship.
true. How would you feel about a girl who is always looking for attention?
Oof, no.
Like from you, not even necessarily from other people, but who's
Oh.
always like wanting attention.
Well, if it was just from me, then
it wouldn't come across
it
as
wouldn't
too
be as
needy.
bad. I mean, yeah, it would kind of probably get annoying eventually. But if it was attention from everybody, that they're just looking for attention, that's no.
Because you're not enough.
Yeah, exactly. You're not enough.
So if there's a girl who feels like she's not getting enough attention, whether it's true or it's just how she's feeling, how would be a good way for her to tell you that or to ask for attention without coming across as needy and annoying?
That's a good question.
Just be honest. I mean, if it's
Yeah.
a good, healthy relationship, I mean, you gotta be honest about those sort of things. You
Yeah.
gotta both have to be willing to hear the other side and understand it, and at least try and figure out why something like that is an issue.
I think it's a big issue in a relationship if one person wants to be with one all the time and the other one doesn't. I mean, that doesn't clash.
That's a red
So
flag.
you kind of have to find your match.
Yeah.
I say just best to keep your mouth shut and just take what you can get.
Why don't you answer that question? How would you feel if someone needed attention? What do you think they should? How should they bring it up to you?
So you want me to answer that?
Yes, very much so.
I agree in that where you do need to just sit down and talk about it. Think he said it where you just need to talk about it. And if talking about it becomes an issue, there's something wrong.
Yeah. Like makeup.
How does a girl know if a guy is just not interested in her? how would she know if you're just talking to her as a friend or...
I feel like that's a lot more common with a girl dealing with a guy.
Yeah. If you're the one asking all the questions and the other person isn't giving,
being short?
yeah, and not really,
Not trying to keep the conversation
yeah,
ongoing.
that's a good indication.
Now, however, on the other side, it does pretty much work both ways, but it's gonna depend person to person. Because some people, their version of liking someone is just gonna be different with how they deal with it than someone else. Someone might be like super flirty all the time, but that's just their personality.
Yeah, are they actually interested, or is that just their
They're just,
personality?
are they being nice?
If you want to be more than friends, and just being friends is not okay with you, you need to say something.
Yeah, that's the thing that I hate about all this like texting and stuff. You can't be straightforward with someone. If you want to ask them out, it's like if you actually ask them out, then I don't know. I feel like the answer is just gonna be no, because they're gonna be like, well, I don't even know you. Because now you have to like get to know someone before you can like ask them out.
Yeah, I mean, that depends because that's what a lot of dating is you go on a first date to get to know them. Whereas we worked together, so we didn't know each other, but we knew enough. We knew a little bit about each other versus people who don't already have a connection of work or something. The first date is kind of just getting to know them, which is scary.
But you also have to know, like, trust them, I guess, in a way, that they're not some creep.
Yeah.
So that's why you kind of have to.
That's hard as a girl.
You have to.
Oh, yeah. Always take your own car if you can drive. You don't want to get stuck.
Especially with that guy.
Yes.
Do you like it or do you not like it if a girl is the one to ask you out?
Thumbs up. Double thumbs up, actually.
Yeah, it makes my
Love to
job
ask.
easier.
I was going
I
to
agree.
suggest that with the other question. you
So
know?
it doesn't like make you feel inferior, like she's the one.
I feel like
She could get down on her knee if I don't care.
She can ask you out, but you pay for dinner.
If the guy has a problem with you asking him out, he's got other issues, so.
I mean, I think that makes a good first impression for the guy.
Because you don't really have that question of like, is she even interested? Because she's asking you out.
When you ask a girl out, how long do you wait after the initial ask out before you call or text her?
Later on that day, like if I'm free or whatever. If I have
What?
time, then just-
What's the point of waiting?
Yeah.
Like, tell her, if you tell her, hey, I'm
If you're
gonna text
interested,
you later.
you're interested. So
Yeah.
I'm going to call you out.
And you
Yes,
can't
you can.
because I listened to a guy at work who
You waited
was
3 days,
who was
and I
a
was
ladies' man.
dying. I was like, okay, I guess we're not going out then because
The 3-day rule is crap.
It is.
Don't follow
I
it.
agree.
It is. And I,
mean,
was
you're-
talking to him, and he's like, "Oh, you wait 3 days. If you text before 3 days, you look really desperate."
Even if it's an hour after you got their number, shows you're interested, but you don't have to be annoying about it.
Plus, that way you know if you got a real number.
Yeah.
It really
Because
is.
you could lose the girl's interest if you wait too long.
Mm-hmm.
You're lucky I was infatuated with you, so that didn't matter. But if it's kind of like, sure, I'll take your number, and you wait a long time, they're gonna be like, oh, whatever.
I guess my time isn't. I'm not important enough.
They're not thinking about me. How much do you share about a girl to your guy friends?
Probably. Well, I mean, it depends. If it's these guys, then
most of
most everything. It
Brothers
depends who you're
and
sharing
friends.
it with. Charlie's the most like to himself. Like me and Tony would talk about it, probably everything. And I would probably talk to Charlie about some stuff, but he would probably.
Okay,
I
so
can
here's
see
the
him
question.
just kinda
How
like
much did
not-
he share about me when we were dating?
He gave us every single
much.
excruciating detail.
There was there's
I
a few
mean-
times where he would like mention something, but it wasn't much. No. With Tony, I can talk to him about it. We talk back and forth. But with Charlie, it feels like I tell him something,
One-sided.
and he's just kind of like on his phone, like maybe listening, but he just looks like he's got a blank face, and he just looks like he doesn't want to hear it.
He feels way too awkward to talk about it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I am awkward.
so it's like I'm gonna pretend I didn't even hear this, but
Yeah.
So you wouldn't
exactly.
be
Honestly,
really
I don't
open.
even remember anything that you even told me. I don't know if Albert does.
Well, I mean, with stuff that I've told you, like I'm trying to
Well-
I don't know.
More than anything, I don't really have anything to say to any of it. So it's just like I'm just kind of listening and kind of allowing you to just talk about it.
So would you talk about it? Like, would you be someone open with your girl?
I feel like I would be nagging him for information.
I would.
He would.
Yeah.
I'd
be like, bro, you gotta tell me everything that just happened.
And and I don't think you would.
It would depend.
But you seem a lot more private.
I probably
Even to
wouldn't.
us.
I probably wouldn't say like everything, and if something did happen, I might wait a little bit.
If we asked the right question, would you answer it?
I don't know. Depends on the question, I guess. I don't know. If it was something that I'm excited about, it's coming out anyways. You know, if something actually went well, if it didn't go well, I'm probably not gonna talk about it. Like if the first kiss was like super awkward or something, I ain't bringing that up.
So, do guys stalk the social media pages of girls they're interested in?
Yes.
Yeah,
Guys
because
do,
you
I
have to
don't.
kind of, you have to know.
I mean, you don't go too far back.
Yeah, you don't want to.
What kind of stuff do you stalk? Just pictures, or
You just wanna. You're kind of finding information like, okay, if they're posting a lot of pictures of themselves and being very like, oh, look at me,
Mm-hmm.
then that's that's a turn off.
You can kind of put names to her friends' faces.
Would you?
I mean, I don't really have a Facebook or anything, so
Like he'd make
I'd probably just leave that to like Albert or something. He'd look it up for me. He would.
Probably,
I would
yeah,
tell
I would.
him.
I
He'd be
would.
like,
I
"What's
would
her
too.
name?"
Alright,
I would
what's
look
her
her up.
name? Yeah, I would.
Uh-huh.
And it'd be like, "Okay, sure," and then he'd just, be like, "Okay, this is what I found."
Okay, so there you have it. There are all the answers to the mild burning questions.
These dogs don't get to eat if you don't like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Please, like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, do you love me the most? Oh, I don't think you.
Pretty sure he's trying to get to me.
Everyone's trying to get to Bert.
Bye.
What the heck?
Say bye.